It's going sideways. That's fine. Here's the runner's chart.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Are we about ready? Are we all ready for hurricanes? He did. He did. He's like, I want to do a mic check for all the media that's here. Thumbs up if you've got sound. Great, thank you. We're going to go ahead and get started. There's a few seats here in the front if our attendees can go ahead and fill in. All right, so we're going to make the most of this morning and start off with a brief update on the oncoming tropical depression. You'll be hearing from Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, Chairman Diaz, and the other members of the Board of County Commissioners, as well as brief Creole translation. Once we're done, we'll kick off the Hometown Heroes presser, and we'll have some of the many sponsors who are here with us today join us on stage. You'll be hearing then from Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, Chairman of the Board of County Commissioners, Chairman Diaz, Vice Chairman Oliver Gilbert, and County Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins, as well as brief remarks from Pat Morris, the Mayor's Philanthropic Director, to thank our many sponsors. A quick summary from Mayor Cava, followed by, again, brief Creole remarks. As a reminder, all of the information that we will cover this morning can be found in your press packets and in the press release that will go out following this event. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this incredible venue. this beautiful stadium and to Miami. It's just a gorgeous day. Unfortunately, before we talk about the good things to come, we want to give you a little update, okay? So we're excited to be here. We have many people here to speak, but before we get into it, it's Tropical Depression 9. And we know about this. We've been here before, and no cause for panic, but we want everyone to be prepared. We're closely monitoring the system. It's forecast to become Hurricane Hermine in coming days. Hermine? Have you heard it?
Called it Hermione. So
Hermione, like in Harry Potter. Okay. Hurricane Hermione in coming days. And this morning I was briefed by our Office of Emergency Management, Director Pete Gomez, who's with us here today, about the storm's trajectory and the possible impacts. So it's still early and the exact forecast remains uncertain. Florida is in the cone of concern, and we urge our community to continue monitoring this storm. Now is the time to make sure you have a hurricane plan in place for yourself and your family, and to double check that you have a hurricane emergency kit and that it is fully stocked. Remember that you should have a 7-day supply of non-perishable foods and 7-day supply of water from the tap, the best, for all people in your household, including your pets. At the start of hurricane season, we mailed every household our annual Hurricane Readiness Guide. You can also find up-to-the-minute information about what to do before, during, and after a storm at miamidade.gov/emergency, through the 311 contact center, and by following Miami-Dade County's social media channels. We also encourage you to download the Ready MDC app, which is available for iPhone and Android. To our residents who may need special assistance in case of evacuation, make sure you're signed up for our Emergency Evacuation Assistance Program, which you can learn more about at miamidade.gov/emergency. Don't wait. Now is the time to make sure we know that you might need special assistance. So I also want to take a moment to speak directly to our Jewish community members. Rosh Hashanah starts Sunday night. It may make communication and updates about the storm more difficult. So our Office of Emergency Management will be reaching out to Rabbi Mark Rosenberg, who is part of our chaplain team, and other faith leaders to ensure that our residents are safe, prepared, and receiving emergency information as soon as they can. Again, preparation is the key. It's still too early to know what the exact impacts from Tropical Depression 9, excuse me, I am so sorry. Okay, it's too early to know what the exact impacts from Tropical Depression 9 will be, but we must prepare for the worst to ensure that our community remains safe. I will continue to share updates in coming days with our community as we follow the latest updates from the National Hurricane Center. Estamos monitoreando este sistema y es probable que se convierta en el huracán Hermione en los próximos días. Aunque aún es temprano y el pronóstico exacto sigue incierto, Florida está en el cono y le pedimos a nuestra comunidad que siga monitoreando esta tormenta. Ahora es el momento de tener un plan para usted y su familia y verificar que su equipo de emergencia para huracanes esté listo. Todos deben tener alimentos no perecedores y agua para 7 días para todas las personas de su hogar, incluidas las mascotas. Encuentran más información en miamidade.gov/emergency, llaman al 311 o sigan nuestras redes sociales. And now our chairman would like to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. And we all, well, most of us have lived here for a long time, know what it is to prepare for a storm. That's why every season we prepare ahead of time. This is no exception. It's a storm that could possibly hit us, whether it hits us directly or it hits us on what they call the dirty side of the storm. That is something that it's up to God and the system and so on. We're still far away, and there's a lot to be looked at, as we discussed earlier. But the thing is, we have to be prepared, and we have to use a lot of common sense. If you need to throw things out, this is the weekend to do it as fast as possible and prepare. It's not just before the storm is there. Little things like that sometimes we forget is important, but like the mayor said, are the information that her and the administration are going to be giving out constantly, so we could be prepared and know what's going on. That's the most important thing, be in communications and just pay attention. There's a lot of work that's been done. The administration has already been working hard on making sure everything is working and everything that could possibly be needed is taken into consideration and dealt with. I've been working with South Florida Water Management to lower the canal limits to expect capacity, because at least the better side of this, we'll get a lot of rain. So we need to be prepared for that. So as the mayor said, the most important thing is to be prepared, as we know to be prepared. And those of you that have not done so, this is the perfect time to do so and just get prepared. It's not panic time, it's not nothing like that, and it's not out to go buy the whole store out. It's simply just be prepared with the things that are needed. And you have the hurricane guide that the mayor put out, which explains everything on there, and my colleagues obviously too, that you need or you could need in case the power goes out and many other things. So with that, just be cautious, be prepared, and with God's help, this is something that will blow by and won't affect us, but if it does, we'll deal with it. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Nosotros que vivimos en el sur de la Florida, especialmente en Miami, sabemos lo que son las tormentas tropicales y los huracanes. Siempre tenemos que estar preparados, como hemos dicho la alcaldesa y yo y los comisionados en el principio de la temporada. Es sumamente importante tener las cosas necesarias como las baterías, las cosas, las medicinas, todas esas cosas que son necesarias si se va la luz o si viene una tormenta más fuerte, y entonces va a ser difícil de conseguir medicina y también comidas. Las cosas importantes son enlatadas y cosas que no se dañan si no hay corriente. Le estamos pidiendo a Dios que esto es una cosa que va a pasar por el lado, pero sabemos que va a venir mucha llovizna si pasa por el lado. Pero es algo que todavía tiene mucho curso para llegar, pero puede llegar el martes, el lunes si se apura, o el miércoles. Es algo importante que ustedes saben bien que tienen que estar preparados. No necesita salir a comprar agua, como sabemos, el agua de nosotros va a estar bien, eso está todo claro. Todas esas cosas posibles. No es el momento, perdóname, para salir y cortar las matas, ponerlas, pero llevarla a la basura, no tirarla ahí en el frente del patio, porque entonces eso se convierte en algo peor para otra persona cuando esta tormenta puede afectarlo. Es el momento de trabajar, prepararse, y con la ayuda de Dios es algo que no lo va a venir a nosotros de nuevo, porque hemos visto muchas tormentas pasarlo por el lado, pero sí tenemos que trabajar juntos, adecuadamente, y ser preparados. Y lo más importante es simplemente tener conciencia de lo que se está haciendo para que estén bien en todo lo que lleve a cabo. La única cosa que queda es que tenemos que, hemos estado reduciendo la capacidad, conjunto con la alcaldesa, la administración y con South Florida Water Management, para preparar por si acaso viene mucha llovizna, para que haya capacidad. Las aguas, las compuertas, y eso está abierto, porque yo sé que me lo van a preguntar después, están abiertos de hace 2 días, estamos moviendo agua. Con eso, mucho sentido común, y con la ayuda de Dios, esto lo pasa por el lado. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. For some brief translation in Creole, we welcome our translator, Leonel.
Bonjour tout le monde. Jeudi, nous avons suivi l'évolution d'un nouveau système dans la région qui est capable de venir transformer très bientôt en ouragan Hermine. Ça va le faire dans les prochains jours, et il y a encore trop bonheur pour nous capables de gagner en pile précision pour nous bailler. Seul bagage nous connaît que Miami-Dade était une zone qui doit prêter, côté monde doit prêter attention à ce qui va arriver en termes de cyclone. Et nous demandons toute la communauté pour prêter attention à ce qui est capable d'arriver. Kounia, c'est le moment pour nous faire un plan et pour nous préparer, parce que le cyclone est capable d'arriver bientôt et il faut vérifier toute information que vous avez recevoir. Nous demandons tout le monde pour être capable de gagner la caille, manger pendant 7 jours, avec de l'eau pendant 7 jours, pour toute famille, y compris animal domestique que vous possédez. Pour les gens qui ont besoin de plus d'informations et rester informés constamment, nous demandons pour aller dans miamidade.gov/emergency et vous êtes capable de les tous, si vous voulez utiliser le téléphone, faites 311. Les gens qui ont une application et vous voulez ajouter, vous pouvez servir avec l'application mobile Ready Miami-Dade. En plus, suivez Miami-Dade sur tous les réseaux sociaux. Merci en pile.
Merci. Okay, on to the fun stuff. Well, on Sunday, October 30th, here in Miami-Dade County, we're hosting our Hometown Heroes Parade, the first ever. This is a community event to honor the healthcare professionals, our law enforcement, and first responders who keep our community safe each and every day, and during the COVID-19 pandemic, were our angels. Miami-Dade was recently reminded of the unwavering commitment of our frontline workers, especially that of our police officers, with the tragic death of Detective Cesar Echeverri, who lost his life in the line of duty. His sacrifice again demonstrates to us all the extraordinary dedication with which our first responders serve each and every day. Through the past 2.5 years, our community has worked to recover from the worst global pandemic in over a century. Our residents were tested, our healthcare system was stretched thin, and our law enforcement and fire and rescue teams were called upon each and every day to fight a seemingly invisible disease, risking their own lives in the process. But even through those most challenging moments, we were able to witness inspiring moments of resiliency, innovation, kindness, and community. So the Hometown Heroes Parade will honor those who put Miami-Dade first, who delivered life-saving services and supplies, and who kept us safe when we were most vulnerable. Like most good things here in Miami-Dade County, this parade is a community effort, a true partnership between our cities, our municipalities represented here today, our philanthropic partners, and media groups. And media groups across the region. We have a few representatives here with us today from some of the cities that are helping to bring this parade to life. So I'd like to call out Mayor Michael Davey, Village of Key Biscayne, Captain Christine Herbert, Miami Shores Police Department, Mayor Shlomo Danziger, Town of Surfside, and his police department chief, Rogelio is not. Is Rogelio here? Rogelio Torres? Yes. Oh, there he is. Very good. Yes. And do we have from Aventura, Mayor Enid Weissman and Commissioner Rachel Friedland? I don't see them. Gail Say from Deputy Director of Constituent Affairs, City of Miami, Maria Montserrat, City of Miami Beach, and representatives of the City of South Miami. Thank you all for being here and for your help to bring this parade to our community. And now for all our residents out there, just because you didn't hear your city listed doesn't mean this isn't for you. The parade is free of charge for all of our residents and families from every corner of our county. Everyone is invited to attend and enjoy this celebratory event. We'll be offering entertainment and live performances from 12 to 6 p.m. on what we're calling the main stage, an on-site activation that will kick off as our parade processional is ending. I believe they're building it down below. I've been watching some exciting activity. It will be emceed by the one and only Dale McLean from the Miami Heat. And I want to give a special shout out to the Miami Heat and Bernie, who was here with us to celebrate. Team spirit. We'll be offering tons of interactive activity through our Family Fun Fest, which will begin as soon as the parade processional ends. Things like face painting, pumpkin patch, and a Halloween costume contest, all depicted on this lovely chart. Can't wait. And an additional art experience that I do want to highlight, led by our county artist in residence, Xavier Cortada, which will be available to children and families of all ages participating in the event. Xavier, if you could just stand for a moment to be recognized. Thank you. This morning, we're going to hear from members of our Board of County Commissioners. They'll be sharing additional details about this year's parade, the scheduled events, activations on site, expected road closures, and the parade route. But I would be remiss if I did not thank, just with a few words, the over 40 community sponsors who are powering this parade forward. So, thank you, right. Baptist Health, Jackson Health System, represented by David Zambrana, Executive Vice President, Chief Operating Officer, Nomi Health, Aetna, and of course the Miami Heat, represented by Steve Stowe, our Vice President and Executive Director of the Charitable Fund, and Bernie. Yay, Bernie. I imagine Bernie will be part of the parade, yes? Okay. Our list of sponsors is growing by the minute with support from Cox Media Group, Wells Fargo, New Hope, First Horizon Bank, Related Group, the Dolphins, and Pepsi, all of which are in the audience today. And I think the Milton Charitable Fund, am I not correct? I think so. They're here. But Pat Morris, our head of philanthropic partnerships, will be highlighting that complete list and community sponsors a little later. Yeah. Okay, all right. Our Hometown Heroes Parade is only 37 days away. We hope that you and your families will join us here at the FTX Arena to honor the frontline workers who put Miami-Dade first throughout the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. And now I'd like to invite the chairman of the board, once again, Jose Pepe Diaz. He's going to share more about the parade route and then the scheduled road closures as well. Thank you very much, and see you October 30th.
Let me start out by thanking you, Madam Mayor, and the way the administration, everything you put together, making sure that this, and gathering so much funding.
Yeah, it's been a labor of love.
It's been a labor of love. But most important, I want to thank my two colleagues that came up with the idea, our Vice Chairman, Commissioner, and also Oliver Gilbert, and also Cohen Higgins, a commissioner from District 9 that just got re-elected very well. So this is something that was an incredibly great idea to do, to thank those that during one of the worst period of this world's years, because it wasn't just Dade County, it wasn't just the United States, it was the world that suffered this pandemic. But I am more than proud of the men and women of our first responders, the work that they did, our doctors, our nurses, our medical workers, our community working together to really, really make a difference. Our governments, our cities. So this hometown parade, and I want to thank them for participating too, right, Madam Mayor?
Yes.
And everybody is involved, but it's very, very important to say thank you. And this is what this parade does. So for the citizens that are out there that want to join, we're going to have a great time. And I don't know about the parade route too much already, so I think I should have said something, but I know we got great people that, over there, that's where the parade route side is. So, a little bit in Spanish. Tengo que darle las gracias a la alcaldesa y a la administración y el trabajo que ella ha hecho para también buscar el dinero para esta gran parada, para darle homenaje a nuestras personas que trabajan, los bomberos, la policía, los médicos, las enfermeras, todos aquellos que han trabajado para hacer una diferencia en la pandemia que era mundial, que no era una cosa de los otros, de los Estados Unidos nada más, no, era del mundo entero. Pero nosotros aquí, en Miami-Dade County, verdaderamente estamos tan orgullosos del trabajo que se ha hecho, de estas personas que han hecho un trabajo tan bien en ayudar a los otros. Desafortunadamente, muchos de ellos perecieron en haciendo ese trabajo, pero pusieron su vida en la línea por los otros. Para nosotros es un orgullo de darle esta gracia, y tengo que darle las gracias a dos colegas míos, al vicepresidente de la comisión, Oliver Gilbert, y también con Higgins, la comisionada del Distrito 9, porque ellos fueron los que trajeron esta idea a los otros. So, tengo que darle esas gracias a ellos por lo que hicieron y también a todos mis colegas por apoyar, pero también los alcaldes de las ciudades, los policías de todas las ciudades que están haciendo esto para ayudarlos en esto. Pero lo más importante son ustedes, los ciudadanos, que participen, que vengan y den gracias también, porque los ciudadanos en esto son, y las compañías y todo lo que están brindando dinero. Muchas gracias. Que Dios me lo bendiga a todos.
So before we move on, I just want to do a big shout out because this comes from the Board of County Commissioners, the original idea from our Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins, District 8, my former district, and then our Vice Chairman came on as co-prime. So really, it's a special thanks to these great minds who wanted to be sure that we could recognize our hometown heroes. So thank you, Chairman, thank you to the Vice Chairman and to Commissioner Cohen-Higgins, and I believe next up is the Vice Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I just have very brief remarks. But before I go into those, let me just say, I want to say thank you to Ron Book. Ron Book came on as the finance chairman, and he was the person who called all of the sponsors, all the people who wrote checks. He's the person who called them and told them how important this is and what we were trying to do. And he couldn't be here because of the Homeless Trust Board meeting. But I really appreciate his dedication to this effort. It was admirable. Also, to my colleague, Commissioner Cohen-Higgins, you all give her a round of applause, please. Look, she said we're going to do it, and she is pushing it and seeing it through. That type of dedication, not just to our first responders, but to the community, is important. You know, and we talk about first responders and frontline workers, and we rightfully think about the pandemic. And we rightfully think about the storm that's coming, and all those things are important. But I think about the kid who's choking, and they call 911. I think about the firefighter that responds. I think about the police officer who steps into a situation, the police officer who lost his life. I think about the everyday acts of heroism. How we respond to hurricanes, how you all help treat people during the pandemic, those things are important, but the everyday heroism that happens from the people that we're going to be honoring is something that's worth honoring, and it's worth us doing it every single year. But not just once a year, it's worth us just as a community, when you see them, say thank you. Because they have lives like we have lives. They have families like we have families. They have problems like we have problems. They put that aside in service to others in ways that most of us never will. And so I appreciate the fact that we're having this parade. I hope that this begins an era of just thankfulness and gratefulness to the people who actually allow us to live the way we want to live. I appreciate you all. Thank you all. And thank you to all the sponsors for participating. It's amazing.
And next we're going to hear from my hometown hero, Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins.
Good morning, everyone, and let me please start by saying thank you. They're two of the most powerful words in the English language because they express appreciation, and I want to highlight appreciation because it's something that we can never have enough of. And I'm very, very proud to have brought the item regarding our hometown heroes because you are here today, and I thank you again for being part of what is going to be a historic event. We here in Miami-Dade County have the opportunity to reshape narratives, to teach our young people who true heroes are. I have a 9-year-old and I ask him, who's your hero? And he often will tell me a professional athlete or a character from a movie. But I say to him, every time you see a man or a woman in uniform, I require that he walk over to that man or woman, shake their hand, and tell them thank you in appreciation for their enduring service because they are our true hometown heroes. When you call 911, these are the people that respond to your calls in a moment's notice without any questions asked. We've had that bravery and that heroism tested very recently, and so now is the opportune time to honor our heroes and to reshape our narratives for all of us and for all of our young people. This parade is about our first responders. It is about the men and women in uniform that stand among us and work very hard to protect us every single day. So once again, with the deepest and greatest appreciation, I thank you for being a part of this historic event, for reshaping the narrative, and for honoring who our true hometown heroes are. Thank you so much, everyone.
So we're going to hear from Pat Morris to make sure that everybody gets credit where credit is due. Thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you, Mayor, Mr. Chair, and commissioners, and everyone who's here today. I am Pat Morris, the Mayor's Director of Civic and Philanthropic Partnerships. I'm so glad to be here this morning. Ron Book would not let me come if I did not promise that I would say thank you to every single partner and every single sponsor that has joined us. This parade is truly a community event and is being brought to life by so many, including over 40 philanthropic partners, corporations, and nonprofits who are many of who are here in the audience. In honor of their partnership, I'd like to take a quick moment to thank each and let you know the diversity of the organizations that are supporting. Again, over 40, and we're still looking for more. ADG Strategy Group, Aetna, AFSCME, Amazon, AT&T, Bacardi, Bank of America, Baptist Health, CDR McGuire, CDR Health, Chapman, Citrus Health, City of Miami Beach, Cox Media Group, Diario de las Americas, First Horizon Bank, Florida Blue, FP&L, Gold Coast Beverage Distributors, Ray's Holding, Health Foundation of South Florida, Jackson Health, Lotus House, Miami DDA, Miami Dolphins, Miami Herald, El Nuevo Herald, Miami Marlins, Milton Companies, Motorola Solutions, New Hope, Nicholas Children's, Nomi Health, PepsiCo, Perry Ellis, Power 96, Related Companies, the Related Foundation, Sixth Rental Car, Solomia, South Florida PBS, the Village of Key Biscayne, Vitas Healthcare, Volunteers of America of Florida, Wells Fargo. Thank you all. We're still looking for some more sponsors. If you're out there, please reach us. Thank you all.
Wow. Just wow. I think this is the kind of special event that everyone wants to be part of. And so we're so grateful to so many who've stepped up. And I'd just like in closing to remind everyone, this comes to you compliments of the Board of County Commissioners, our philanthropic partners, the many cities and municipalities who are helping to bring this parade to life. We've even shared so much information this morning that I want to take a moment to recap the announcements for our community and all those tuning in Spanish and Haitian Creole. So first me. On Sunday, October 30th, Miami-Dade County is hosting its first ever Hometown Heroes Parade, a community event meant to honor the frontline workers who put Miami-Dade first throughout, who served Miami-Dade County first throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. And standing on the stage, we have some of the great leaders. So let's just give it up for our very own. Thank you. This family-friendly event will be hosted right here at the FTX Arena starting at 11 a.m. on October 30th. The parade processional will begin at the Intercontinental Hotel, and it will conclude at FTX Arena's Parcel B. And to ensure safety for both our parade floats and attendees, residents can expect road closures on Biscayne Boulevard North from 4 a.m. to 2 p.m., Northeast 5th Street, Port Boulevard from 4 a.m. to 2 p.m., and on Northeast 6th Street from 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. Commuters may experience additional traffic at this time, but official road closures will be finalized and shared with the public closer to the parade. A main stage will be activated here at FTX from 12 to 6 p.m., emceed by Miami Heat's Dale McLean and offering live music and entertainment to attendees. And the celebration continues with the Family Fun Fest from 1 to 6 with all those great activities. So a special thank you again to all of our community sponsors, our 22 participating cities, all the way from Aventura to Cutler Bay, and over 40 philanthropic partners like Baptist Bacardi, the Health Foundation of South Florida, who are helping us to host this large-scale event. For the first time in our county's history, our community will take a day to honor our hometown heroes with this day-long event, and hope that you can all join us. Thank you. El domingo 30 de octubre, el Condado de Miami-Dade organizará su primer desfile Hometown Heroes, un evento comunitario para honrar a los trabajadores esenciales que nos protegieron durante la pandemia de COVID-19. Este evento es gratis para todas las familias y se llevará a cabo aquí mismo en el Estadio FTX a partir de las 11 de la mañana. El desfile comenzará en el Hotel Intercontinental y terminará en la parcela B atrás del FTX Arena. También tendremos un escenario principal aquí en FTX de 12 hasta las 6, presentado por Dale McLean del Miami Heat, con música en vivo y entretenimiento. Y la celebración continúa con un festival de diversión para la familia de 1 a las 6 de la tarde, que incluirá una exhibición de arte a cargo de nuestro artista residente del condado, Xavier Cortada, camiones de comida y huertos de calabaza, como no. And now for a few comments in Haitian Creole, and we will wrap this up. Thank you, Leonel.
Bonjour tout le monde encore. 30 octobre, nous allons réaliser dans le comté Miami-Dade une grande parade pour honorer tout le monde qui était devant dans la bataille contre COVID-19 là et qui était offert temps yo avec sacrifice par yo pour être capable de combattre COVID-19. Événement ça, c'est un événement qui va réunir toute famille et il va fait ici là même dans l'Arena FTX et il a commencé à partir de l'Hôtel Continental, parade là marché arrivé ici là même. Pour une route qui va fermer, on va suivre toutes données qui va gagner à jour pour connaître qui route qui fermée, à qui moment et à qui l'heure. Activité va gagner un artiste qui gagne dans la zone qui est capable de participer là-dedans et un artiste c'est Xavier Cortada et dans l'activité va gagner machine qui gagne manger, va gagner citrouille étant donné que nous sommes en période Halloween et ça pral toujours ici là dans Arena FTX. Timoun yo capable participer tout et Timoun yo a venir pour yo capable jouer puis a fait une activité Halloween dans même moment ça parce que c'est période Halloween tout. Pour première fois dans l'histoire li quand Miami-Dade a honoré tout le monde, tout héros qui a fait sacrifice pour compter. Nous espérons que nous tous va participer. Merci.
All right. Do we have any questions? All right, we'll see you October 30th. Oh, okay, Doug's got a question. What we've done in advance of the storm? Okay, please, Pete Gomez, our Director of the Office of Emergency Management.
So right now, we're obviously monitoring the storm. We put out messaging to the key departments to start doing their preparedness efforts, like cleaning up streets, getting the sewer systems cleaned up, that kind of thing, so we can anticipate any kind of flooding. Right now, the biggest message to the community is be prepared. Like the mayor and the commissioners stated before, make sure that your hurricane plans are up to date and you have everything taken care of prior to the event. Especially if you live in an evacuation zone, know where you're going, make sure your cars are fueled up. And another important part is if you got pets, make sure that we take care of our pets and you're making plans to take care of the pets.
Say how often you're in communication with the Hurricane Center.
Okay, so right now we're in communication with the Hurricane Center. I had a call this morning at 8:30. Tomorrow morning we'll have another one. They're anticipating a call today at 5:30. So unless the tropical depression increases in intensity, we're going to be having daily calls with the Hurricane Center and daily calls with the regional emergency managers and daily calls with the State of Florida Division of Emergency Management. Make sure everybody's on the same page.